Hi guys, welcome to Sandy on Crafts. Today we are creating that splash effect we'd see in so many cute paintings or mixed media projects. You know, those big blobs of paint all put together that kind of look like you dropped something on paper, but it was in fact very intentional and looks absolutely gorgeous. Now I will be doing this the easy way and using some traditional methods, but don't worry, everything we are going to do here is perfect for a beginner who has just picked up their brush and are taking their first steps in watercolor. So if that's you, don't worry, okay? Let's do this. I have got my lovely Academy 100% cotton paper right here, but before I used this paper, I used Canson XL for many months and had no problem with it. The only thing you need to watch out for if you're using a more beginner paper, shall we say, is that it tends to make pools of water and you probably need to dab them to make sure the end result is nice and soft. Okay, we are using 4 different techniques you can use to make that stained effect or that watercolor splash we mentioned. I have already divided our paper into 4 with some washi tape and we are ready to go. First process is wet on wet. And we actually talked about this in a previous video in more detail, so I'm just going to leave the link to that video in the end of this one so you can check it out, okay? Essentially, we wet our paper and then we add wet pigment, activated pigment, you know, in order to create some lovely blooms like the ones I'm about to show you. All about the water. Now we'll be picking 2 or 3 colors and we just want to have fun with that, okay? So here is our purple. And a little bit more pink. There really is no science to this, you know, you can just dab away all you want. Okay, I think it's enough of that. Going back to the dark purples now, because we don't want it to be just one color, you know, we want to have plenty of them. And now to the lighter pink also, just like that. And once we're happy with the results, we just leave it to dry and see how it goes. The second technique is what I like to call the blob technique. Essentially, we make blobs of paint and then add more and more until we're happy with the results. Now, to all of these we're making, we can add like coarse salt flakes or cling film or some other stuff to make some awesome effects, but I think I'll just leave that for a different video because today we are keeping it simple. Okay, now we can just, you know, give it the effect we want. You can mix these colors up, or you can wait for them to dry and just, you know, layer them. Okay, now for our third technique, we will be using wet on wet, except this time we are actually drawing with the water the kind of effect we want to have. Remember, pigment goes where the water is, so you may as well tell it where to go. Some of a splatter effect maybe. Something like this. Like something exploded. Let's see. What we can do with this. Okay, got my orange right here. Okay, now we need some yellow. Now these backgrounds are actually pretty perfect for any kind of creative project you may want to make, you know, maybe you like stamps or stencils or sketching, whatever it is, it will look perfect with these loose, colorful backgrounds. Kind of looks like something burst in here, doesn't it? But that is exactly the point. Just want to make a real big explosion of color, just like that. Okay. I think you get the idea. We need to dab this a little bit because I have clearly gotten carried away. Okay, our final one is probably the easiest, but it does require one plastic bag like so. We are going to add paint to this plastic bag like so. You can see it is a little bit shy, but that's okay. We'll just coax it out of them. Now what color? Pink, yeah. Just dab lots of different colors in here. Maybe one of these too. Yeah, I think you got the picture. Okay, now we are going to be spraying a little bit of water, but not too much. You know, we don't want it to be runny because, not just a couple of spritzes. Okay, we don't want it to be too runny because the next thing we are going to do is we are going to turn the plastic bag on to our paper. And I'm nervous and I think I overdid this. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay. So now we just press and we dab, and essentially we just spread our paint like so. And once we're happy with the results, and I think I'm pretty happy with this one, we just remove the plastic bag. And there we have it. Okay, we can do a little bit like this. Maybe spread these colors a little bit. Like so. Yeah, that's much better. Now, if you'd like to add more colors or a new layer, or just aren't very happy with your first attempt, we just wait it to dry and then we get to repeat this process all over again. And I think I will. I think I just may add a little bit of a different color. Let's see, maybe a blue? Now the reason why we want to wait a little bit is because if I were to put the blue in here like so, actually let's do that. It won't be blue, it will probably end up being violet, but that's okay. Violet is pretty too. Okay, dab, let's do this again. Are you with me? Okay, 1, 2, 3, splash. Yeah, that is pretty. Okay, we press, we dab, and we remove. And of course, we knew we'd have a little bit of a paint. We just spread it around like so. Okay, so I don't know if you can see these. These are our 4 backgrounds, and now we are waiting for them to dry before we continue, so I will see you in a bit. Okay, and we are back. These are dry or almost dry. These ones are still not quite there yet. So we can now just draw pretty much anything we like. And there's all sorts of things you can do. Like I said, you could use stamping, stenciling, or sketching, which is what we will be doing. And I'm not going to do anything too complicated. I don't really sketch, I don't draw, still learning that. So I'm just going to keep it real simple. Rainbows, you can do whatever you want. It really is that simple and that satisfying. No pressure, no expectations, no anything really. Just putting ink to paper, then pen to paper, I guess, and just having a blast. Like so. I mean, you get the picture here, right? I'm not very good at this, but I think you get the point. The idea here is being creative, doing something that gives you joy and that you enjoy doing. And these backgrounds sure do go a very, very long way to making these much more interesting, particularly when we are just starting out. Do you agree? Okay, and here we have it, our lovely backgrounds. And that's pretty much it. Stunning, colorful, gorgeous, easy to do, everything watercolor is all about. I hope you had fun, I know I did, and I will see you soon. Bye bye!